Hi there, I'm Crimulus. I am a singer, songwriter, producer, recording artist, which is a fancy way of saying I'm an unemployed dude making videos on the internet. But every weekend I do a stream where I write a song in front of my live audience, mostly just to keep my chops up, but I've actually written some pretty cool songs there now. So then I take that stream and I chop it down into the highlights, the points where I made the most decisions or tried something that didn't work, and add some commentary like this to put it into a little bit more digestible format. And this stream is from April 21st, where I wrote a song called Sailing on an Ocean of Doubt. And you can see the original performance of the song by clicking the link in the description if you want to hear that first. I do advise that. I don't actually play the song on here apart from the parts that you hear as I'm going through. Or you can also click the link to the full stream. Otherwise, let's jump into it and take a look at how this thing went down, and let me know in the comments what you think.
I do kind of feel like a riff would be nice. I'm definitely more in a reflective mood. I'm not sure. I like the idea of a peppier song, but I don't have a thing that I definitely want to go to. But the idea that came from it was I never asked to be me. Like, I feel like I could write something like that, because it's kind of how that character in that book, or movie, I guess it's a book too, but how she kind of ended up off her path, and that's the way I've felt for a while.
This is how these usually go. The very beginning, I'm kind of getting into a place and thinking about a thing, or just whatever to get ideas churning and see what happens.
It's not ready for prime time. I've been recording Dream Come, and I like these jazz chords that are in it. Definitely should go to a major 7 if I do that.
Just trying things.
Maybe not that major 7.
Waiting for something to spark enthusiasm, creativity.
Just kind of nice.
Just a thing that came into my mind, and it ends up being the main melody for the verses. Make sure you keep an eye on that timestamp too. It gives you a sense of kind of where I'm at in the stream, and sometimes I just skip over long periods of sections, and that's usually me just noodling, trying something, playing it over and over again. So seeing that time jump can kind of help you understand what might have happened in between there.
I do like that.
Sometimes when I sing, I've got a melody sort of intuitively, but I don't really know what that melody is. And occasionally I'll actually forget it and go back. So what I'm doing here is actually trying to define it. So if nothing else, I should remember what I played on that on the frets and recreate it. But just sometimes I don't know specifically the notes I'm just kind of singing them and feeling them, not really thinking about it. This is just me trying to nail that down.
Living like you're living, no one's gonna get it.
This is just me singing and words coming out.
Yeah, that's something.
Then I take it and massage it, keep working with it. That's how I do songs.
Starting over. Makes you think of starting over. Makes you. I kind of like this idea. Like you're living, no one's gonna get it. Makes you think of starting over.
Got my big yellow cup in frame there, just like I've got one here.
But I'm thinking where I kind of want to go with that. Starting over. What even is starting over? I like that, actually. Starting over.
Words magically appeared.
Starting over.
Fancy editing.
Just another round. the ups and downs.
Again, just thinking words. I wish I could. Well, first of all, I wish I could say that it's some kind of genius thing that I do. All I'm really doing is sharing this, mostly for me, because no one watches these videos, which thank you for doing so. If that's you, it must be because you're hearing me say this. But I feel like maybe you're talking about how I do it will give someone a little bit more confidence with how they do it, or maybe try different things and understand that it's not really about having a vision. It's really just about having feelings and thoughts and massaging them, like I said a little bit ago, into a thing. You just kind of like shape it as it comes out, like a sculpture, and as a song. And genius or not, if I like it, it's not because I set out to write the thing that I wrote. It's because I set out to write something, and I happen to like the thing that I wrote.
I don't know what this song's about, but apparently it's that.
There you go.
Just another round of the ups and downs. Sailing on alone, sailing.
The sailing just came into my mouth. I didn't say that.
I don't know. This all feels like something weird about it.
Leave.
I don't know how I'm gonna put all that together, but I like those progressions. While you turn around, sailing on an ocean of doubt, trying to turn around. Word fits there. That sounds. I could just sing like sound on the way,
Singing
Weem away.
sounds. A weem away.
Holiday.
That's a good one.
Not today. Tolerate. These are good rhymes, at least. Far away from the far away from the destination is what I want to say. Man, my accent has been really fighting me lately. From the port of call. Far away from the port of call, from the terminal, from the terminus. Far away from the purpose. That's what I really want to say. Far away from, like, I like a word that means both destination and goal. Far away from the Turtle Bay. Yeah, the song is definitely kind of on the different side of things, but lyrically it's like the same. It's like blah blah blah, angsty, whatever. Far away from the this is cool actually. Fertile ground. Far away from the fertile ground. From the fertile ground. I think I like that. Fertile ground just sounds so cliche. I don't like it. I like the way it fits there, and I like the idea of it, but it just sounds too cliche. And I think this is probably going to be the chorus, so it has to be like the point, probably. Like if I did it like this, the song would be called "The Fertile Ground," and it just sounds so like it's just not good. I like it to be the end goal, like if far away from like the mission, right? I mean, this is a rewriting of Waiting, which is fine. I mean, it's another version, but then that's
Shameless plug. You can go check out Waiting on all my streaming profiles.
the thing that I'm saying is like living like you live and no one's going to get it makes you think of starting over. Even as it's starting over, just another round of the ups and downs, sailing on an ocean of doubt, trying to turn around, far away from the ideal, right? From the fantasy, far away from the fantasy. that doesn't quite fit, but I do like that from the... If I go that route, I've got to be really concrete somewhere else and describe what that even is for, right? So, what you thought it'd be. What you thought it'd be. Make that nice long song title too. Far away from what you thought it'd be.
Sections like this where you see a song kind of coming into focus are really interesting to me because I get kind of an idea where it starts like broad, like a single pixel, like it's like, oh, it's brown or whatever, but then I kind of narrowed it in, and then I kind of like focus a little bit more, and it's 4, 5, 6 pixels, and that's what's happening here. It doesn't always happen this cleanly in such a good example, but it's really cool to just start with something and watch it kind of whittle down to what I eventually choose here, and hopefully that's interesting to somebody else, but regardless, it's interesting to me, so here it is.
From what you thought of me, that changes the dynamic a little bit. Look around it, ups and downs, sailing on the ocean without trying to turn around, far away from what you thought it'd be. I mean, that makes more sense. You thought you'd... I guess thought you'd be, maybe? Or you ought to be. That's even better. Where you've got to be and where you've ought to be. From where you ought to be.
Trying more things. I'm looking for an intro idea or some kind of glue connecting kind of music. Let's try them all. That key change is really hard for me. I end up getting it in the final demo for at the end of the stream, but it's a hard change. Sometimes it's hard for me to hear that and switch back to it. I don't really know why, but that's what's going on right there. Just iterative, random words, basically random.
Living like you're living, no one's gonna get it.
For me, I think of being a songwriter not as articulating a point through poetry. It's essentially giving meaning to random ideas and feelings and words. And they're kind of the same thing, but just like I mentioned before, there's not a lot of intentionality, if that's a word, from a song that I make. It's just kind of a random thing that emerged, and it's new to me at the end, just like it is to the person listening to it. The only difference is I made the decisions that led it to there, but I really never had a vision of what it was until the final thing was done.
Living like you're living, no one's gonna get it. Makes you think. I don't know if I can do that every time though. Given what you're given, no one's gonna get it. It's kind of like this is a metaphor. So living like you're living, no one's going to get it. It makes you think of starting over. What do you mean starting over? This part is, given what you're giving, no one's going to get it. They're afraid of getting.
Gears are turning.
Trying to just be found. Don't I already have a song called Far Away that I wrote on stream? I'm pretty sure that.
I do have one, but it's not one that I wrote on stream. It's an older one.
Nope, I don't. I don't know what I'm thinking of though. I think we're really close. I just want to put like a musical interlude in here. That might be the song. I might get through this with no ads. How about that? All right, I'm going to try a take. I highly doubt that I'll get this on the first try. I guess it's going to be really hard for me to come out of that bridge without some practice, but whatever. We're going to do this. 1:02:20 will start. All right, that was a take. I'm going to try another one. That was over 3 minutes, which surprises me. I don't expect it to be perfect, but it'd be nice to get a little bit better take than that. And worst case, if I don't nail this one, then I've got the other one. I'll use that one. It's good enough for and that change is just. That's the note I need to key in on. All right, that was a much better take, and I decided to switch these lines. I like it better in that order. I like some of the sounds of this song. I'm not sure how I feel about it in general, but am I ever? I don't know. I've looked back at all the songs that I've written on stream, and there's not a single one that I look at now and I think that's a terrible song.
And that is absolutely 100% true. I don't really think of anything as being a bad song. I just don't. Maybe bad for the moment, bad for the person, bad for the context, but I like them all. And, I gradually add them all into my performance routine or record them or whatever. But mostly I do this just to keep writing. Like, the important thing is to keep writing, and certain ones are always going to speak to you, and those become part of your repertoire. I hope you enjoyed this look at how I wrote Sailing on an Ocean of Doubt. As I mentioned, if you want to hear the full song, that'll be linked below. Or maybe if you're way far in the future, maybe I've recorded this and it's out there somewhere, but it's not as of me saying this. The full stream is down there as well, which will show you a little bit of that in between, it'll show you all of that in between stuff that happened there as well. I'd love to know your thoughts on this type of video, something you'd like to see more of, something that you feel like I overdid it or whatever. Would be great feedback. But regardless, I'm going to keep posting these every weekend and doing the songwriting streams every weekend. And of course, I'm just a random unemployed dude on the internet. Maybe I'll make that my new tagline. But I do stream pretty much every day, a little concert. I post these videos. I've got music going up all the time on Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, etc. Love for you to check it out there. I do live gigs here around Portland. Yeah, just trying to make music my living in some way. So I appreciate your support in that, in whatever way you give it. And I'll see you wherever I see you. Bye.